Nortnspoil. Actually, the fact is, everybody must, at one point or the other, not get something right.
Yeah.
But the ability to know that I can be teachable, I can learn.
Yeah.
The ability to learn from mistakes is what makes every perfect human. Is what makes every human being. No human being is perfect.
Hello, welcome to Nortnspoil, a new edition with a very big guest today. We are going to be talking about something very interesting because our guest today is a person of timber and caliber in education sector. The person of Madam Theresa. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I will only mention your name. I will allow you to do the proper introduction. So, tell us who you are.
I am Theresa. Okay. I say a seasoned educationist, by God's grace, the guardian of Cake Nigerian School.
Absolutely.
Shitsuro, the Gojo, Lagos.
Absolutely. So let's begin with this. What was the first reason that you had that made you say it is education? I just want to make education my life work. What was the reason?
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. I always say that some things in life are not dabbled into. Yeah. Sometimes life tends to want to make you think it just happened. But when I look back sometimes and I remember that the passion, the love just didn't start today.
Absolutely.
You know, I'll call it maybe inborn. Because even while as a teenager, I remember those years, how I gathered children around me, take them on lessons and all of that. Once I'm back from school, it's into one or two persons compound, and then I take them and all of that. But later I got into school, went out of school, and all that, got married. And that thing that we always say, I want to work in this kind of establishment. Started out as working with an insurance and an HMO company while I was having my kids. But then along the line, life now still happened to make me retrace back my step. And I told myself, I find myself not being fulfilled with what I was doing back then. Because even while I was still working in an insurance company, I still do one or two with my neighbor's children, teaching them. And even with my own children, I started with my first daughter and all of that. And so when it happened, it dawned on me that you just have to concentrate and go back into that field that God has set aside for you. Through my children, I started having them. And that was how I got into it. Through also a friend of a friend. And then I had to go back. We spoke, we came together, we talked about it, and I started with her while she just started her secondary school back then. And from then till now, the rest is history. It has been a beautiful journey along the line.
Wow. This is a story of, trying to get out of the path, and the paths keep drawing you back.
Exactly.
Like you are not going anywhere. You are going to be in it. It's a fantastic one. Yeah. Now let's look back. Let's look back a little bit. After spending decades in education, what truth about children do you now know that you wish every parent know or understand?
Yeah, because I would say there is no child that is set aside. If you can know that, and there is no child that is dormant. You just have to know that spark, get that spark from a child. First thing I tell parents and I tell teachers is that you must first discover a child. Everything is not math and English.
Absolutely.
You must first discover that child, that spark that child has. And number two, make that child your friend. Be it your child at home, be it in school.
Absolutely.
Once that child is warmed to you, then you've seen that gift of that child. Then you take it from there.
Absolutely.
The child might not be 100% academically sound, but there are other things around that child because each child is different. Is born with that uniqueness. Just get that uniqueness, let that child be warmed around you, and then you take it from there. The rest will be history. You just flow with each other, and then you'll be able to get the best out of that child.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of times we have been configured to think that children grow up the same way, but now I think we now know that children are, each of them are unique in their own way, and we have to discover them in order for us to know how to develop them.
Exactly.
If not, nothing is gonna happen.
Yes.
That's a fantastic one, man. 20, 30 years ago, the way we were taught, the way we grew, is different from how children are growing now.
Definitely.
It's different from how we were actually handled. And I think it's rightly so because the environment is different now.
Sure.
It's different. How do you think children of today are different to us?
I'll use myself as a case study, I grew up in a family surrounded with love. My father, God rest his soul, was a man that when my friends back then come to say maybe they were flogged, punished for, high punishment, I look at them. Because first thing is my father never flogged me. He will always speak and talk some sense into you. And then he would say, this is this. I've told you this. I've told you this. So you now, it's left to you to now make a choice. And after, you would have said a whole lot of things, instances and everything. So that was the kind of family that I grew up with. We speak about problems with my siblings, my mom. So we were not shoved aside. But I think back then, majorly, most families back there, they were not given the opportunity to speak.
Absolutely.
They were not given the opportunity to speak because we interact in schools. We hear different stories. So then and now, times evolve. I call children, what do they call themselves? The Gen Zs and the Nepo and the rest of them.
Exactly.
So now, the difference here is that parents that have gone through the upbringing that we went through, then one thing I know though is that we have this kind of fear to open up to our teachers, like children now. Children come up to me now and we discuss like we are friends because of this same thing that you should be able to give a child the opportunity to flow, to be free around you. Don't bring yourself like you are like a rock that they cannot penetrate. So children of nowadays, even if they are in a kind of situation, because of the times that have changed, they are bolder.
Absolutely.
I won't say smarter, 100%,
No.
but the boldness brings out the smartness. Once they are able to, they are free to say what ought
It's
them.
in their mind,
So most importantly is the adult here. We have children right now, they are very free-minded, they are smart, they are bold. They are not afraid and they are not timid. But if they are around stuck-up adults that still believe the way I was brought up, you have to, then you lose them because they can never come to you and air their view. So children back then, little bit timid, scared of opening up. Children now, low self-esteem. Children now, even when they are saying what is not correct, but they are proudly saying it for you as an adult.
All right.
So now step in to make some corrections with love. You will never lose that child. So those are the kind of children that we have now. They are bold, they are open-minded, they are not scared to ask you anything. So it's still up to the adult not to be rigid.
Absolutely.
You just have to be open-minded with them for you to get whatever is inside the particular child.
Absolutely. I normally tell people that during our time, they actually flog the self-esteem out of us.
It's true.
It's worked to some extent because it stopped us from doing a lot of stupid things.
But it's also, there was no social media,
No.
phones back then.
We had no voice. You have to shut up when the elders are where the elders are talking, and it also took away a kind of the opportunity for us to learn from them because we are not allowed around there to contribute. Right. But today things have changed, I guess, and so I think that is very correct. That is very, very, very correct. I want to ask: you have watched many children grow up, and I want to ask, what separates those who eventually succeed from those children you have brought up, you have raised and raised? What separates those that succeeded to those that struggle with life?
Is the circle. The circle you find yourself, and most times to the home. The first lesson you get is from the home.
Absolutely.
Even before you enroll a child into the school, that child already has this mindset that he or she got from the home. So it is important for parents to be able to work together as co-parenting, to be able to bring out the best from a child before that child gets outside. So now if the circle of that child outside is the type that tends to want to deteriorate the child, but because of that first-hand information
for me,
it's going to be very difficult. I keep using myself as an example because even way back then, we still had some circles that if you're not careful, you follow the wrong crowd. Absolutely. And then you miss it. But each time those things come around me, the lessons I get from my father, my mom, always comes back that, do you know this thing is wrong? Are you willing to go that route with this group of people? So if the home front started well, and that child grows into the secondary school, especially secondary school, because that is the age of the teenage years. That is where modification comes in or mistakes comes in. But if that child has a kind of upbringing with Christ-like involved, at least let that child have that fear that there is a being watching up there. And then one or two life lessons. So even if, because definitely they will come, those circles, those wrong circles will come around you. But you'll be able to navigate it. You want to make mistakes, everybody makes mistakes. You make a little mistake that you know you can correct, not those deep ones because there was nobody there to guide you along. So that guidance is important.
So basically it boils down to the foundation.
The foundation.
And the foundation is from the home. Yes. Nobody is going to do that for us. Definitely, because I continually tell people that if we are going to fix the education of the country, it's not from the government.
Of course.
It starts from the homes.
From the home.
It starts from the homes. And once we are able to fix the problems from the homes and it affects everybody, the country gets fixed.
Sure.
Because, our president, our governor are from some homes.
They are from homes. They were once young.
Exactly. I want to ask, do you think technology is helping children grow nowadays? Or is it just, becoming the tool for distraction? What is the role technology is playing right now?
Both. Both roles. It distracts, it also moves. We won't take that away. We have so many youth now that are inventing beautiful. We have them here at Kick Nigerian School. Where as young as they are, they've learned how to navigate their inventories, they invent things. And we won't take that away from the fact that they get to see these things, watch these things online, get motivated from people that they see online. So it has its good side, and it also has its bad sides. And that bad side, I keep still saying that you can't but remove that. You can't. So it depends on that individual. For you to be able to know that this is actually good for me. This is actually bad for me. But then the pressure comes in, the peer pressure and all of that. What's there? You have watched it, you can give it a try. So it depends. on that solid foundation you get from home, you'll be able to navigate. Nobody is saying you can't get any bad sides from anything.
Yeah.
So as long as technology is there, I would say we can't remove technology because the world keeps evolving.
Yeah,
it's part of us now because we actually need it. So as you're learning that good side and those bad sides come along, you should be able to know how to handle. You can't handle everything, but to know how to navigate it. And with God on their side, with good parenting, with good mentees, mentors rather, they would turn out well.
Okay. Now the schools. Let me touch the schools because you are a school now, and you are the one molding the children, at least from the school side. The question is that if there is only one thing that school must teach apart from academics, what should that thing be?
That is one of our motto here. The most important that we run here at Fake Nigerian School. I tell children, raise your hands. What is my hand? Is it another person's hand? No, it's yours. Whatever you use his hands to mold, whatever you use his hands to learn remains with you forever. Even if you are working tomorrow at the most prestigious companies or sectors, as long as it's for somebody else, can be taken away from you. Just like that. But with this, it remains with you for life. It remains with you. Whatever, like I mentioned, young inventors now. Whatever it is you're starting now to do with your hands, nobody can take that away from you. And that is one of our major purposes at Cake Nigeria.
Absolutely. Let's reflect a little bit. After all these years, teaching children, raising them, and the rest of it, what exactly have you learned? What has teaching children taught you about life specifically?
I would say it remodeled me. It reshaped my thinking. And teaching children over the years, different personalities. I've been, by God's grace, I've taught children out of secondary school, out of universities, and they're all doing fantastically well. And I've been able to see that as our faces are different, so also abilities and the things we can do. So over the years, I've been able to see that in life, you can't have a particular thing in a particular room. Just like you can't have many children in a room with the same attributes and character. So I've learned that the way you manage A is different from the way you manage B. You should be able to manage people individually, work with people irrespective of their ideologies and what they think or the way they view the world. So these children, they are different children from different homes. So we've been able to try to work with them, their joys, their pains, work together. Basically, how to learn that you can't have it all in a room. Everybody has their own different stuff.
We are unique individuals. Okay. Many years from now, if you want, what do you want the world to remember about you from what you are doing? What do you want to leave behind?
I would really like to leave behind the fact that when my name is being mentioned, it's that this is a woman that changed the face of education in Nigeria and globally, because I know we are going global with what we're doing here. I like that thing, that change. I like to emit change. Anywhere I go to, I always like to leave something there so that even if I'm no longer there, it's okay. When she was there, she was able to make a change. And that change should start from education, because that is where we get those children.
That's the foundation.
From the foundation.
Now, last question is this. The program is called Nortnspoil. Now, we always end it with, what is your Nortnspoil? Or what does Nortnspoil mean to you? Which means, are there any regrets? And are there things at the point of your career that you feel, I didn't get this well. How did you navigate away from it? Or how did you solve the problem? How did you, how were you able to conquer the problem? Because, there is always a problem at the point of the time and the rest of it. How were you able to get out of it? And now you are still glowing.
Well, nothing spoiling. Actually, the fact is, everybody must, at one point or the other, not get something right.
Yeah.
But the ability to know that
Yeah.
I can be teachable, I can learn.
Yeah.
The ability to learn from mistakes
Yeah.
is what makes every perfect human. Is what makes every human being. No human being is perfect.
Nobody.
So I've been able to, even during my course of career in education, when I started, those people also that mentored me, the children that I met along the line, I'm still meeting.
Yeah.
I've been able to know that even though I didn't get this right today, I should be able to correct myself. In other words, I myself, I'm not an island of my own.
Yeah.
I am still teachable.
Yeah.
Because I still learn every day. I think learning should stop when one is dead.
Yeah.
As long as I still live, I keep learning because actually nothing spoiling.
Yeah, nothing
keep
spoiled.
moving.
Yeah, nothing spoiled. That is it. That is it. Thank you very much for,
Thank you for having me,
honoring
sir.
our invitation. Yes, this is the program for today. And you have heard it all from her. She has, been able to tell us a lot of things about our experience, dealings with children and everything she has been able to see in the world of education and the rest of it. We hope that if we invite you again, you will be able to honor our invitation. Yeah, this is Nortnspoil, and we are going to be coming again with another, great guest in the next edition. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.